Hey. Now guys, still here. Hey, the other day, I shared a video about spiraling and about that voice that says I'm not good enough and I'm failing and something's wrong with me and I'm terrible and nobody likes me. And I almost didn't post it because it's uncomfortable to show up when you're not in your best state. But if I'm going to talk about mindset and growth and resilience, and if I'm going to be a real coach, I need to show you exactly what it looks like in real life. And that's exactly where I was. So I need to show you that I'm not perfect. I need to show you the process to go from where those spiral moments happen to how you pick yourself back up and you keep moving forward and you keep progressing. And that life is not about being perfect. It is all about progress. Yeah, so I've really been intentional about showing up authentically, honest and open and human. Because one of the things that I've learned is that people don't need a different version of you. They don't need you to be polished. They don't need you to be who you think they want you to be. They just want you. They just want the real you. That's the part that is needed in the world. So part of my work, my own work, has been unlearning codependency and people-pleasing and not trying to be who I think everybody wants me to be. Not trying to be a chameleon just to stay likable. Just being me. Just being me consistently. Because the people who will connect with you are going to connect with you. And the people who don't, they weren't meant to. And you don't need that extra drama. You don't need it. Authenticity matters, especially during the hard moments. Because it's not just about having goals. It's not just about having things that pull you forward. It's about having systems and people in place to get you through the hard stuff. And hard happens. It doesn't matter the hierarchy. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Hard happens to everybody. And everybody's hard is different. So today I just wanted to check back in. I wanted to let you know that I am good. I am good. Now, not because everything's magically fixed, but because spiraling does not mean failure. Spiraling does not mean the end of things. A spiral is simply information. It's a sign that something is off balance and that something needs attention. Spiraling is not weakness. It's just what happens when your life shifts and you keep trying to carry the same exact things the same way that you have been carrying. You know, think about it. If you have a stack of boxes and a corner gives out, and then all of a sudden the middle gives out on another one, and all of a sudden everything starts leaning, everything starts falling on each other. You know, maybe a merry-go-round. At first, you know, you're steady, you can stand up even. But as it starts to spin faster, standing upright gets harder. Your instinct is to fall down, you know, like get close to the ground, hold on to that bar as tight as you can, and it's your gut does not tell you to let go. It does not tell you to like reevaluate or re-examine what you're doing. It tells you to hold on tighter. And it is good to hold on through some tight things. There are some times when you need to have the discipline and you need to have the dedication to stay. But you also need to be able to use your discernment and decide what is actually good for you and what is the right path and what is misaligned at this point. So that's what our brains do. They try to hold on to everything as tight as they can because they don't want to let anything go. They don't want to let anything slip off the plate. And then your nervous system goes into that protection mode as well. It tries to control. Everything is just trying to hold on to everything exactly as it is because change is hard and change is different. And we would rather be hurting in our current situation than moving towards something different. It's just the nature of being a human. But the spiral is telling you something important. It's telling you that you don't need to hold on tighter. It's telling you that you need to loosen up that grasp. You need to let go. You need to just sit there with open hands. When you fight a path that's no longer aligned, it's just going to spin even faster. And eventually that protective response shows up in unhelpful ways. For me, that's when my bully brain kicks in. My brain can be a big bully to myself. Nobody else, just to me. And it's not because I'm broken. It's just because my system's overloading, and it's myself trying to protect myself. It distracts me from everything that is working, convinces me that everything's broken, and that I just need to retreat, and I need to be a recluse, and I just need to hunker down and get through it on my own. But that's never true. When you spiral, most things are still good. One misaligned piece just gets loud enough to make you want to, throw it all away. If there's a spider in your house, you don't burn down the house. You take the spider outside. If you have a bad orange in your bag of oranges, you find the bad fruit, you remove it, and then you keep going. It's the same thing in life. Once I recognized the spiral, I opened my hands. I deloaded everything. I looked at everything gave everything an honest, accurate, valid, full look to make sure that I understood everything that I was carrying. And then the misalignment was clear. It was income, it's employment, and it's financial pressure. And I want to be really clear about this because context does matter. Now, my background is in data and business analytics. I was self-taught. I don't have a college degree. I believed deeply that you could create your own opportunities, and I did prove that by working my way up into, different analyst roles inside the company. I built trust, I learned systems, I showed up, and I earned those positions through performance and reliability, tenure, connections. But that's what's changing in the hiring landscape. In the entire tech industry is changing. So now, after multiple layoffs from the tech industry, I'm now an outsider trying to re-enter a system that no longer hires the way that it used to. Today, hiring is driven largely by automated filters, AI systems that, prioritize your credentials. It stacks like all of your technical abilities and specialties next to another application's technical abilities and specialties. And this is all before a human even gets to see your application. Who even gets to see how you interact with people, what kind of value you as a soul and a human can bring. Not just you as a brain, but the entire package. I have filled out more than 5,000 applications. And from that volume, I've received 4 interviews. Now, one came through a professional network, and I was able to advance on that one into the final round. They ultimately selected a candidate that had, both analytics and software engineering skills. And their combined specialty just outpaced me. The experience clarified something important, and that it's not about your effort at this point right now. It isn't about your willingness to work. It's not about your willingness to learn. It's not about your drive to succeed. It's about an industry shift. And that clarity helped me realign. This does not invalidate my passion for coaching, for speaking, or for helping people, or for sharing my story. I know that my story can save lives. It can change the quality of lives. And I'm going to keep sharing my story. The seeds are planted, and I will keep watering them. But they need some more time to mature. They need the right conditions. We can't bear the fruit in the winter, otherwise the plant will just die. It has to be about the right timing. So right now, my priority has to be stability. Immediate income matters and security matters. So my story isn't finished yet. I still have a lot of growing to do. I'm going to put my family first, our stability first, and a secure future first. Now, dreams, they don't disappear when you pause them. They mature. I will be back. I will make my speaking and coaching dreams come true. I will not stop fighting for it. Spirals don't mean that you're broken, guys. They just mean that something needs care. Something needs your realignment. Something needs your attention. And caring is a skill. Letting go is a skill. Alignment is a practice. And I'm grateful that I listened. I feel better. I feel clear. I feel focused again. So, take care of yourself, knuckleheads. I love you. Go kick some ass. Gently.